Last time on D&D, The Adventurers Session 0. This game began because several of my coworkers knew I DM'd the game that I ran for Anita, which is also known as The Arrival. You can see or hear about that game over on the Arrival playlist. After asking me a number of times about it and getting excited at the notion of potentially playing, they finally asked me to DM a game for them, to which I finally agreed. One of the players named Tim had told me how he wanted a more serious campaign because the last one he was in, one of the players had shrunk themselves, flew themselves up the rump of an enemy. I shook my head and explained as a DM I would have simply had that player begin suffocating and making con checks to see if he would survive. So when I finally agreed to DM, Tim was happy to hear it and promptly made a character named Dick Poop. Yes, I'm not kidding. He named his character Dick Poop. I asked him to change it, but he was really adamant. This is the name that apparently he uses for a number of computer games and such like that, so I finally allowed it and just simply had the NPCs refer to him as Dick. The other players took their names more seriously. Mike made a character that was a human paladin by the name of Adrian. Aaron made a hill dwarf by the name of Morcius, who was a cleric. Natalie, who would join us later, would make a high elf cleric by the name of Sophrenia. Chris had made a Goliath cleric named Apostrophe. John, who would join us later, would make a half-elf ranger by the name of Dawn. Jessica, who would join us later, made a Air Genasi rogue by the name of Cora. Tim, as I said, he had made a elf wizard by the name of Dick Poop. And Tim's friend, who unfortunately I cannot remember his name, he'd made a bronze dragonborn bard by the name of Rex James. Tim's friend would be the first one to leave the game. His wife had a baby, so, priorities to be the father, which makes complete sense. So he was only in a few games, and that's why, unfortunately, I cannot remember his name for the life of me. Tim would depart shortly afterwards because these were all my coworkers pretty much, except for Natalie, who was playing remotely, and Cora, who had joined us for a session at the time as a cleric. Tim would leave shortly afterwards because he ended up finding a job elsewhere. So when that happened, when both Tim and Tim's friend left, that's when we brought in Natalie to kind of fill up some of the rank. And then there was a session where both Natalie, who plays a high elf cleric, Sophrenia, and then Aaron, who plays the Eldorf cleric, Morcius, they were both out for a session. And so I just asked Jessica to come in and basically control an NPC that I made, who happened to be the daughter of someone that the party was out to rescue, and she had been, captured also and escaped, and kind of knew where to go. So she had just run the cleric for just that one session, but she clicked so well with everyone, which is no surprise because Jessica's super awesome. She ended up coming into the game permanently, as I said, the Air Genasi rogue Cora. Now this game, as I said, was pretty much all played in person, except for Natalie, who was playing remotely. She was joining us through Discord because she is not local. So most of this game was initially all done in person. We'd play at work and stuff like that. So a bunch of these sessions were not actually ever recorded. However, when COVID hit, this is the party where when COVID hit, we just all moved to Discord, since that's where Natalie was already playing from and joining us from. And we essentially just took the game there. And originally we weren't recording it because I usually just took notes, and then I would basically make the notes and put it on the site and do that. And it was Mike, who plays Adrian the Paladin, who said, hey, why don't you actually record these? And that's probably going to be easier for you. That's actually kind of a cool idea. And that's how this all came about, is after I started recording it, I was capturing a lot of funny one-liners and stuff like that was happening during the game. And then just recently I thought, this would be kind of fun to put on YouTube so other people can hear about the game and stuff like that. And that's how this has all started. It's literally because of Mike asking me to record the game sessions, and I thought now it's kind of be kind of fun. And there is the Arrival game, which has 19 sessions. If you listen to the Session 0 about that, 19 sessions, the game went on hold after COVID. This game, called The Adventurers, has 59 sessions currently going for it, and I think about half of them were recorded where I record the gameplay. There's another game that I run that is a monthly game called The Discovery. That one has about 19 sessions, I believe, also. And then there's another one called Servants of the Wizard, which has about 16 or 17 sessions. So there's a lot of content I'll be uploading to this channel. Hopefully everyone hangs out and enjoys what's coming. Thanks a lot. Last time on D&D.